Hey, welcome. It's your man, God of Dots, man. We back. Another Freestyle Friday show. Oh man, hope everybody's had a very good week, man. I know that I have. Sorry about yesterday. I got invited to a draft party. And we'll talk about that. I may do a show on Sunday. Let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, I may do a show on Sunday, kind of like recap the draft. And while I was, at the draft party, kind of taking in, some of the Lakers game. Oh, Jesus Christ. We ain't here to talk about that, right? We ain't here to talk about it. By the time we had the next show, their season might be over. But that's neither here nor there. How you doing, Dr. Nikki, Miss Murph? Miss Murph. Ooh. 2 shows that I said I was going to do. Yeah. We on that type time. But anyway, tonight Freestyle Friday show. I talked about it earlier this week. I wanted to kind of take a closer look at the Caitlin Clark situation when we're talking about basketball, and just a whole lot of question marks for me. And I just kind of wanted to bring it to the table, and we'll see where it kind of goes. Of course, y'all know what I'm doing over in the other space, Miss Bird. Woo, you ruffle some feathers. Someone that complains about people counting his pockets is counting yours. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
How you doing, Miss Lady?
I am well. Let's go ahead and dive into this foolishness.
All right, let's go ahead.
Talking about a narrative. She about to have the greatest one ever told. Story lies. Not lines, but story lies.
Oh yeah, I just I was gonna chill, but how the spirit moves you, how the spirit moves you. But Caitlin Clark situation, I want to kind of give you an update if you haven't been kind of keeping abreast with it. She drafted number 1 overall. A lot of hoopla around that, and rightfully so. She deserved to be drafted number 1. And I want people to understand this is not an indictment on her talent and her skills. I'm just got question marks about the kind of exposure. It seems like manufactured exposure in regards to her, how they're trying to prop her up. As to me, is like the next great white hype. Recently she signed an endorsement deal with Nike. I want to say 8 years, $28 million. There are plans for her to have her own signature shoe. If I'm not mistaken, she's the first female basketball player to have her own signature shoe. And I just find it kind of funny for an athlete as great as she is and the greatest her accomplishments have been, who's never won anything.
Thank you.
Has never won a championship. They're going out of their way, and they have been for not just this season, but for the past couple of seasons. Going out of Miss Murph is just Miss Murph. Stay focused, Doc. Stay focused, because But
it's unbelievable. The first woman to get her own shoe. This means that you're getting your shoe over Cheryl Swoop, Cynthia Cooper, Lisa Thompson, Lisa Leslie, freaking Candace Parker, what's the tall girl, 6'7", Brittany Griner. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't.
Now, just to give context to the argument. She's not the first one to ever have a shoe deal. As far as like being having a deal with a shoe brand, like Nike has a contract with Elena Deladonna and Sabrina Ionescu. Breanna Stewart has a shoe deal with Puma, but she is the first one, if I'm not mistaken.
With Nike.
Not just with Nike, but to have a signature shoe. It's one thing to have a shoe deal. It's another thing,
right,
signature shoe. You can be part of the Jordan brand. You can be part of Nike. You can be part of all kind of shoe companies. But it's another thing when you have a signature shoe like the LeBrons, the Kobe's, the Allen Iversons. It's a completely different thing when you have a signature shoe, and that's when they're supposed to be looking at you as building your brand, and you are somebody that needs to be singled out to have a signature shoe. And I just find it funny. For one, we're talking about a female basketball player. I have no problem with her having a shoe deal, but I just can't see anybody in my neighborhood rocking some Caitlin Clarks. Sorry,
Well,
not
they just gave her the generational wealth that the WNBA won't give her because the pay is so horrible.
yeah.
Because that shoe, when you have your own line of shoes, that means it lives on beyond you, your greatness. She can even, play like crap in the WNBA and she got a shoe deal. Like, again, there's so many other people. Okay.
I mean, and that's the argument that I brought up. Like, she's, for someone who hasn't won, and that's like the kicker to me. It's been so many other college athletes who have had, to me, greater accomplishments to her in the college basketball game, who are household names, but just haven't. I've never seen them embrace a female athlete, a white female athlete in college basketball to this degree. Like, she's not the first. Hold on, I got somebody else back here. Hold on, it's been a minute for this Joker. Welcome to the show.
Oh, damn. Are you trolling me now?
What's up, Nick?
Big Daddy, speak easy.
What's up with y'all, man?
Nah, man, we just kind of get into it. About to break down this Caitlin Clark situation. Like I said, she's not the first white basketball player, that's been celebrated. I'm talking about the Sue Birds, the Diana Taurasi's. It's been plenty of other white basketball players. But I don't know, is it something about her that they're just going out of their way to prop her up, to be in more than, for me, more than what she is. We have the situation last year where Jill Biden was trying to invite her and her team to the White House. I've never seen that before. You lose, you don't get to the White House.
Yeah. You know what that was about.
Yeah, I know what it's about. Like, I just find it, this is not, she's not the first, athlete to not win a championship. And there's no slight on her. She had a outstanding career, but I mean,
she did not have an outstanding career if she's never won anything.
Well, I mean, as an individual, all-time scoring rate, like, yeah, I give her that. As an individual, but overall for team success, you've never won anything. And I've never seen them go out the way we were talking about the White House visit last year. We're talking about her and her team's recent appearance on Saturday Night Live. Like, when do we start celebrating losers? And the fact that you get a $28 million deal, and your own signature. I think the signature shoe is the part that's like tripping me up. Like, I don't see girls clamoring to have some Air Caitlins. I just know what are we doing here? Like, to me, it comes across as very manufactured. It comes across like you're trying to promote the next great white hype. And she's in for a rude awakening. Like, even her team, for them to have the number one pick means you had the worst record. But out of the 40 games that they're playing next year, 36 of them will be, I want to say, broadcast nationally. Like, they're going out. Yeah, they're literally going out of their way to prop her up.
You know why they're doing this. Y'all both know why they're doing this. They're doing this because Angel Reese, that's who she can thank her career to. And all this extra. Had Angel Reese not did what she did about, the whole you can't see me and point to the ring or whatever, then I don't even think we would be talking about Caitlin like this. Outside of the fact of her being drafted as number one. All these other consolation gifts, I'm over it.
Yeah, well, they got to let her they got to help her get back, in any kind of way. And they've been trying to do it, with the whole White House thing and the losers and all of that. Aside from the fact that she can play, like, that's not up for debate. The girl
Right.
can ball.
Yeah.
But the extra stuff they putting on top of it is like you gotta let her play a season in the WNBA. She gonna score because the team she go to was the last pick, so she's brought in to score. She, first round draft picks don't sit, you know. But she's definitely getting a boost and a lift, But do she deserve it for what she did for women's college basketball this year? Yeah, you can give it to her because
I mean,
her and the sister was balling.
well, hold on, speak. Let's keep it a buck. If she wasn't playing LSU and South Carolina this year, and she was just playing some old random UConn team, I don't think that many people would have been watching.
No, but they did a good
And
job
I
of
agree.
building. They did a good job of building a hype around it. What happened last year? You know what I mean? So it was
Well,
it was good
that's a
theater.
It was like I said, it was already there.
Right.
To have rematch against LSU when that was national news last year. You have that rematch, and and on top of it, it was a good game, a good game. Then you double that with South Carolina, Dawn Staley, undefeated season. Of course, again, the more black players to rally against, I guess. The storylines kind of wrote themselves. I mean, like I said, if she was playing Stanford, we wouldn't, they wouldn't have got the viewership that they did. I mean, they got more viewership on those games alone than the men did.
Yeah, no, because I mean they had the girls basketball was a better product than the men's game.
Mm-hmm.
And especially you gotta take your hat off to what Dawn did. Yeah, I mean with them girls because
What she
they whole
does,
starting.
not what she did, what she does.
Yeah,
She's consistent.
but look, the whole starting five left, bruh, and they went undefeated. You don't do stuff like that. But Dawn from Philly, so you got to expect the goodness from her. She about to
It
make
ain't
a
got nothing to do
donation
with
to
Philly.
FDMC. It got everything to do with Philly, girl.
Nothing, because ain't nothing else in Philly noteworthy. So stop it.
Hey, Dawn got a mural up, and she had it up for a while. Leave her alone.
Well, look, outside of Little Speak now, tell Little Speak that's he's the pride of Philly right now. So,
He the
so, so he's the pride of Philly, and I stamped him.
No, but no, I can't carry on, drama.
No, I'm
But
just
wait, let me ask this.
Go
Let
ahead.
me ask this, and I realize I'm being rude as shit, but this just makes me a little jumpy, and speakers up here, my nerves are bad. Did she even have NIL deals? What NIL deals did she have?
She had NIL deals.
Oh yeah, she was
Yeah,
cooking NIL.
she had.
Did they rival Angel Reese's?
Yeah. She
They
had.
were there.
Yeah, she had a Gatorade deal. I know she did some Gatorade commercials. Let me see. Look here. She had State Farm, Buick, Bose.
And I didn't see any of those commercials, so that's why I'm like, I okay.
Yeah. You started seeing I started seeing like the Gatorade commercials around tournament time. But yeah, she's had NIL deals for the last couple seasons. Since she kind of even before the LSU stuff, she had NIL deals, but they increased after the LSU situation because they wanted to get on board with the brand. And like I said, to me, it comes across very manufactured. Like I said, I get the shoe deal. She's not the first one to have a shoe deal. Hers is just $4 million more than the most. That I think Anescu had a deal back in 2020 for 24 million. It's stretched out over like years, so it's not like 20 mil a year. But still, a signature shoe. I mean, that is a big because there's a lot of NBA players that have Nike shoe deals that don't have a signature shoe.
Right. You just signed with the company.
Yeah, you sign with the company, they you endorse the brand, but you don't have a signature shoe. Like I think Devin, I don't know if Devin Booker has a signature shoe. And this guy's an all-star on the Olympic team, but I don't know if he has a signature shoe. Like that is a big, as far as shoe deals, like I said, that's a big deal when you have a signature shoe because everybody don't get one. Everybody don't get one.
But is it marketing though, like to try and build the WNBA brand? Like, all right, we got to capitalize off the hype that she had in college and try and transfer that over to the WNBA because WNBA ratings are still like WNBA didn't get the ratings that the college girls games got.
Well,
So
WNBA, because it comes, the season starts like a weird time of the years, like during the summer, I believe.
yeah,
Right,
WNBA,
when people are watching baseball.
yeah, people watching baseball, people are getting into, you got the NBA still wrapping up, you got training camp starts, so people back on the football, baseball is heating up middle of the summer, so. And I don't think it's taking advantage of and boosting the WNBA because I mean, let's keep it a bug. WNBA is nice, but most of these girls, excuse me, young ladies, women, make their money playing overseas ball. They
yeah,
don't make no money playing it. And WNBA is not paying them check. Like Caitlyn is scheduled to make $76,000 for a first season. I mean, think about it, $76,000. Like
I did, because I make more than that teaching.
yeah, like you making $76,000, and you're supposed to be, you're a world class athlete, and you're making change. Not, I mean, it's like you're making regular person money.
yeah. But so do y'all think like the hype and everything that she's getting could be to boost ratings in the WNBA?
They're gonna eat off of it. 'Cause like I said, a lot of 36 out of the 40 games that they're gonna be playing, this upcoming season, they're televising them. People are gonna cash in on the name, but here's the thing, her team is still gonna suck.
Yeah.
I'm just that's be it. That's typically how in the WNBA you don't see a team go from worst to first like that.
So she getting another consolation gift. That's what I'm talking about. Like, why are why are we doing this? I get that she has talent. I get that she puts forth effort, but I don't think it's just her. I think it's this class of people who went in the WNBA is what's bringing it to, going to bring the eyeballs to the television.
Yeah, but she is, she's their favorite. She's their darling. Like, in my years of watching sports, for a losing team to even think they was getting an invite, and it was actually a discussion. Losing invite to the White House, like the fact that he was even brought to the table and actually being seriously considered was crazy to me. Like, what is it? They lost. They're not.
Lost. You don't get to go. Go sit down.
Yeah, like you
Right.
don't.
You don't bring the winner and the first loser. You don't do that.
Well, you bring in LSU, they ain't nothing but a bunch of black folk. What y'all doing coming up here with all this? You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, but yeah.
that why they did that.
I mean, but like hell, most of the teams that they invite outside of hockey is a bunch of black folks. Every NBA champion that you bring, there's a bunch of black folks. Every NFL team you bring, there's a bunch of black folks. Like, what are we doing?
I know what it was.
Yeah.
Y'all. It
Yeah.
was Jill. It was by Jill Biden. She is, an academic, and she was thinking about the character education that we preach. So it's like both teams had good character, so they all deserve to come.
No, they don't. The
No.
winners do.
Yeah.
The winners do. Like, nah, if you lost, you gotta get back there. Other than that, you can't go. This is no. You should have won.
Absolutely. Like going to the White House should have been your reason or motivation for winning.
Right. Like, come on, man. Nah, that was just disrespectful to the game and all the people who play hard enough to win and do the right things to win. That you get the spoils. To the victor goes the spoils. The loser go home.
I mean,
Could you imagine what that photo would have looked like?
It'd have been awkward as hell.
but
Could you imagine the faces people would have been making as they took that? How many duck lips we would see? How many people smacking their lips? Like, why are they over here? Might be some space between the winning team and the losing team. Go ahead, drop. Sorry, dots.
No, you good because everybody over here know who I am. But let me ask you this: speaking, you see this, raising kids now. It seems like it's like a culture of, rewarding kids for participation, like the participation award type thing is very big in the culture now. They have a whole award ceremonies for the kids that didn't win a game, but you get a trophy, and it's I don't get that. I didn't grow up in that culture, so but it's weird to me to see it now, and a part of that, is I think factors into the Caitlin Clark situation. Like you want to see, we want to reward you some way somehow. Like she lost this year, we'll put you and your team on Saturday Night Live. We'll find a way to give you a trophy of some sort to make you feel better about losing. I don't get that.
Well, you know what? I blame guys like Draymond Green, who made a statement talking about why can't Caitlin Clark play in the WNBA? I mean, play in the NBA. Like, bruh,
What?
Yeah,
that's what he said. He said, why can't she play? I'm like, what you mean, why can't she play? She playing against grown-ass men who will lock her up. You won't see her different. You ain't spotting up getting nowhere. Like, that's the NBA, bruh. It's completely different than playing against an 18-year-old girl. Like, what are you doing? Why would you even make that statement? But he said that, and people actually was discussing it, and it's like, no, we're not doing that. Why can't LeBron play in the WNBA? All right, then. Is it because there's a difference? But when you
why
give her
can't they sacrifice part of their salary?
right, but when you give that type of props to a player, you are elevating them, and it's not fair to the other, players who do that. You just say, huh? Then why not Angel? Why can't she play? Is it position? You know what I mean? What is it? Like that? Come on, man. Like, and he knows better. He he would lock her up. She catch one elbow or kick to the crotch from him, and it's it's over.
No,
I can't.
I mean, we talking about Draymond Green, ain't we?
I know, right? I mean, can you imagine a sexual assault that could come out of those games for grabbing somebody because women got stuff there? We got things there. You're not gonna smack us on the butt when we, get a good play. No, that ain't gonna work.
Good game.
She went.
Thank you.
And I heard you bring this up, Dr. Nick, just now, to my why the NBA players can't sacrifice their salary for the women. But I think it's we're talking two totally different things. Even though they're playing the same sport, the WNBA, like for years, a lot of them they're more celebrated overseas than here. Like they make their money. That's ask Brittany Griner. They make their money over in Russia and Turkey and Greece. That's where they really make the WNBA. To me, is more like a side hustle for a lot of the women players.
I agree, but I also think that one of the things that the NBA could do, well, why don't y'all start showing up to their games?
Well, you got players that do show up. I mean, but it's hard for to
We'll buy out the gym, the stadiums. I mean, do something. They have too large of a follower base for them not to be able to bring traffic that way. So, I mean, what Draymond Green said was just stupid. So it's like, dude, you need to go sit in the corner with the dunce hat for that statement.
That's what he said.
The women's game doesn't translate.
He must be from Philly.
Yeah, the women's game doesn't translate on the pro. For whatever reason, it don't translate on the pro level. I mean, because pro level crowds are different. They're not part of your alma mater. They're not part. I mean, it's easy for Caitlin Clark to get fill a stadium up in Iowa because they support the collegiate team. And that's just college sports. Period. The support for college sports is way more than professional. I just can't see myself, paying $60 to go see the Indiana Fever against the Chicago something. Now I will pay to go see South Carolina LSU college basketball women's. I'll pay to go see that, but the professional, that's a stretch.
See, I'm the other way around. Like again, I was a huge Comets fan. Like Cooper was my girl. Like because Cheryl Miller didn't get to play because I was a huge Cheryl Miller fan. because I didn't get to see her play, professional ball, whatever. Like Cooper was the next best thing for me. Like I love that team. I would have paid any amount of money to see them over college girls playing, period. As a matter of fact, I recently started watching college, basketball for women. I can't do it. I can't do it. It just bores me.
You in the minority in that. Now, since we're talking about Caitlin Clark and speakers,
That was mean. Let me drop down.
No, because you like, no, I mean, it's not a slight. It's just like the college, the college basketball, for big games, the atmosphere is different.
I get it.
Yeah, you can't. Like watching an NFL football game, it may be the Eagles against the Cowboys, and as fans, we're all into it, but it's a completely different situation when we're talking about Michigan, Ohio State, like that collegiate
and your beloved Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I mean, like it's this different.
I just sound like a redneck saying that.
It's different.
It's the only time I question your ethnicity. That's the only time. Every time you say that, I'm just I cannot. Like, you want to talk about a college football fool? Anybody who roots for I can't do it. I can't.
Well, I'm glad you're a supporter of the show. I'm glad you're. But
I am.
The collegiate atmosphere is just like I've been to a Alabama football game and I've been to a Cowboys game. It's the energy is different. Like when you watching a professional, it's almost like a professional type fandom. Like with the collegiate, is more like you rocking the wrong jersey, you may not make it out the stadium.
Type
vibe. Like you may not even be able to get in. And but I don't think for like WNBA they've struggled with attendance for you, even though they've had great players, great teams come through. It just doesn't it doesn't translate the same like with the collegiate level. I don't teams, people seem to be more invested into the college than the professional. Even though the professional is making all this money, WNBA it is never for me, and this is just me as a fan. Like it's never translated to must see TV because the atmosphere don't feel the same as watching, like I said, Iowa LSU. Like that was must see TV.
Well, let me try another stance. I think that it doesn't draw in the crowd because women ball, men showboat, and y'all are there for all the antics.
No, Nick, no, because like if the only thing missing in the women's game is the dunk, right? So when they say, "Hey, why don't we just bring the rims down to not 2, I mean like 6 feet, but bring the rims down to 8 feet. A woman could dunk on an 8-foot rim if she could jump. And then you'll add some flair to the game that's missing because nobody's going to sit there and watch a bunch of layups and jumpers.
But that's the antics I'm talking about. You call it flair, I say antics because some people do a whole lot for the same 2 points. Same 3 points.
But you
same
watching
whatever.
It though. You watching it, Nick, and when
Nick is not
your
watching
person does it, when somebody from your team does it, you like, yeah, dig, dunk on him, get him.
But I don't. I've never felt that way about the NBA.
Really?
I felt that way about people who were innovators of certain moves, not when I see everybody doing it.
But that would bring, but what we saying that would bring something to the game. Like the girls,
I understand, and I agree.
The girls use a smaller basketball than the guys. So why not bring the rim height down to 8 feet? And if you can get up there, you good. But 10 feet, you ain't getting up there to 10 or 9.5. You're not getting up there unless you're 6'7", 6'8", which is a rarity.
And even then, it's not like a Brittany Griner on the fast break. It ain't the same as a poster dunk.
Right, like leaning on somebody, Nick.
I get it.
The energy is. I agree with Speak. I think bringing the rim down because there's nothing wrong with watching women's college basketball, but if you're just watching it for the basketball, it's like it's technical. It's like textbook. Like they're running off screens. It's it's just not the same. You know, there's no anticipation when they're on a break. I know I'm getting a layup for the most part. Like,
yeah, you already know it's gonna be a layup.
like I know I'm getting a
That
layup.
was very sexist.
No, I'm
It's not sexist,
I
Nick.
mean,
You
but
know it.
even if Brittany Griner is on the break and she's all by herself, I know I'm just getting a regular dunk. I'm not getting a 360. I'm not getting a windmill. She's gonna give me a regular dunk that you would see in the men's layup line. Like,
Right. And then,
Right.
but
And
if
Draymond
you
wants to bring that to the NBA. Like, really?
no, Draymond was tripping, but if you bring the rim down, women can do what men can do, just not at the same level from a physical standpoint. So if you bring the rims down and the athletic women that can really show out, they will, and that'll bring the ratings up. Like, did you see that? Never mind the rim height difference. We're not
Yeah,
concerned
people
about
wouldn't
that.
know the difference.
People would know the difference, but it's the girls' game. Like, we're talking about a 10-foot rim, right? The
Right,
average
but I'm
height in the
saying, like,
NBA is
watching it from
6'5".
home, I wouldn't know whether it was 8 or 10 feet up off the ground. I wouldn't know that.
but most people don't even know that they have a smaller basketball. If you just
Right.
watch it. Like
Yep.
Right.
trust me, you'll get accustomed to it after a while, and you won't even realize that the rim is 8 feet. Or better yet, make it 9. You know, like if you just drop it a foot. At minimum, drop it a foot at minimum. Trust me, you wouldn't realize it watching it on TV unless it got to be too absurd where it became like a dunk fest. You're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be because, like I say, like most women, that's not like you ain't going to see no 6-foot woman getting up there like that. You're just not. But it's plenty of 6-foot niggas in the NBA that can dunk because you know what I mean. So the game is different, but the ones that can do it, you make them more special by
Right, but to those
lowering the rim.
dudes that are short, it's because the competition around them forces them to do extra to be able to do it. If it's a rarity to find a 6'5", 6 foot whatever, then it's like, okay. So, and I think that they should scale it down to, what the average height of the women are in the WNBA to make it,
Right.
Proportionate short, just like they did with the ball, realizing that women by nature have smaller hands.
Right. So it's fair. It's just making the playing field level to the game
Right,
that we're
equitable. Right.
watching.
It should be. And I think that you're right. I think that's probably the most valid point a dude from Philly has ever made in my presence. I really think that should happen. I think that they should do that. I think it's only equitable. And I think that they will start to see some of the antics or the flares, you say it, come to the WNBA, because I'm sure it's not like these women aren't practicing these things or can't do it.
Yep. They can, but when you talk to some of the women in the WNBA, they say, "No, I've been this and I've been that all my life." Like, you're getting paid now. Drop that rim, and never mind what you've been doing, because we see people taking 5 steps to a dunk in the NBA, and you can't even take 2.5 in high school. So the game definitely changes, but now that you're getting paid, you're producing a product. It's about the entertainment. So kill your pride. You getting paid. Bring that rim
Right,
down
and evolve the
and let's play
game.
ball.
Right, evolve the game. Nothing wrong with that. The
Yep.
NFL is always making softer rules so that people don't get hurt. And it's like, this is
Exactly.
not why we watch the NFL.
But we
We don't
still
care that
look.
you're going to die from CTE. Right, we don't care. This is what we pay you to die, being a horrible person, all that. We pay for that shit.
It's hard to watch the NFL at times, man. Like, yeah. Like, damn, let them hit. Like, damn, like,
Right, they might as well be flag football sometimes. It's like, what the hell? What was that? So I get it. But no, seriously though, I think that that's a serious conversation, as I like to say, that needs to be had as far as how we're going to evolve the game and get more people to start watching. And hopefully somebody will, be as outraged as we are about Caitlyn and all this attention that she's getting and say, well, we can't take from her, but we can make some adjustments so that other people can whatever. Because again, that's what you said about the fact that the team is not going to play any better just because she's on it. is a salient point.
Now
Yeah,
she gonna
'Cause
find
if they
out what
don't
it's
prop her
about.
up,
oh,
if they don't prop her up, she's gonna want to be, traded after the first year. Nobody wants. It's hard to play for a losing team.
Now she gonna get her points, but now you're playing against the best of the best at every
Absolutely.
position, every night. You're not playing against this 17, 18-year-old girl who's an accountant. No, you playing against a ball player who trying to lock you up as soon as you
Thank
get
you.
on that court. So if you think the young girl locked you up from North Carolina, South Carolina, yeah, you gonna get that every night. But her position is going to allow her to get up a lot of shots because she's a primary ball handler. So, and she can shoot. So she'll make her share of shots. But as far as what she did in college, yeah, that's going to drop down a few notches in the dub.
I say tremendously, not a few notches. Tremendously.
I don't know, but she can play though, Nick. She's not garbage. Like, she's not
Right.
overhyped. She's just over celebrated.
Right, but I'm saying she's playing against other people who can play and who've also had the experience that she's walking into.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
does make a difference. That makes a difference.
Big difference. Big difference. But
You
we'll
know,
find out.
this is why you have seasoned players that are, choke at star moments. That the experience does outweigh, sometimes the talent. It does. So, she's playing with everybody who can play. It's different. It's not, well, we're going to study this team. We know this coach always goes left, always goes right, or, it's not the same thing. And sometimes people just don't, we see it in the NFL all the time, although that's not really a good comparison, but we see it in the NFL all the time. People who go first, second, third, and they end up being like the absolute worst.
So the
They can't
question
cut it.
is, will y'all be tuning in to see how good she does?
Negative.
I'm gonna tune in for like key games, but I'm not watching. I'm not following them the whole season. But there's gonna be some key games that I'm gonna be watching. Just to see what she's doing. And I'm gonna keep an eye. Like I think people who don't understand women's game, who just get introduced to it, thinking she's finna come into the league and score 30, 35 points. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. They're thinking she's going to come in and play like she did at the collegiate level, and Diana Taurasi, made sense. She's like, yeah, we waiting on her. We waiting. She's the latest player to come into the league, and we gonna bust her up just like we got busted up when we came into the league.
Right, they're gonna little girl her immediately.
Yeah, every night she's gonna have a target on her back. Yeah. Like being a part of the scouting report every night is on a pro level. It's like that's different. Yeah. Like our job is to stop you. We don't care what nobody else do, but you're going to have to prove something tonight.
Yeah.
They're looking at her. Some people are looking at her like she's a generational talent. Like stop. Let's.
Nah. She can play, but generational. That's overhyped. We're not doing that.
Right, and they're gonna clown her shoes.
I'm like, what would who first of all, who wears outside of women, like who will be interested in wearing some women's basketball shoes? Like the Air Caitlins just don't sell to me when you're talking about it. Like I don't know.
She got a Nike deal?
Yeah, got a Nike deal.
Oh wow. I thought you would have Air Caitlins.
Yeah, she didn't get a kids deal.
$28 million endorsement deal.
She didn't get the little shoe, the sneaker deal that, all little old white women, wear kids forever. They've been wearing kids since 1924 when they came on the scene. Now, she didn't get one of those deals.
Give her the Skechers, Nick. She got with
no
Skechers. Damn, that's a deal.
Man, I see them things going $24.99 after the first season. I hope they don't, but I'm just gonna throw that out there. I would love to be wrong.
I'm curious to see what kind of ad campaign they're gonna roll out for. Like, What like the Air Caitlin's cup? Like LeBron's gets commercials. Kawhi shoes got like them signature shoes get commercials. Like who's rocking? I just can't see it selling like that.
Right, but part of the commercial is the antics that they put on in the game. Like shit, what we gonna see? The layup with the 2 points, like you said. Say this is a textbook layup.
A textbook layup.
So maybe that's a stance. Hopefully they listen. You know what I'm saying? You can copyright, trademark that idea. Textbook layup. This is the shoe for you.
Yeah, I never heard textbook layup before.
You can keep that one.
I just don't see, like I said, I don't see I get the deal because she's been working with Nike before. She signed this deal, due to the NIL stuff. We like the NIL over here. But she's been working with them for two years prior to getting this deal. The signature shoe, like, come on, like this.
Now her university will pick that shoe up. I can see other universities, like of course the collegiate level, which of course university has, but I can see them pick that shoe up.
That team about to fall off a map. They're not getting back to the Final Four without her.
They're gonna start asking where's Iowa again.
I was about to fall off the map. We're not talking about a South Carolina, LSU, or UConn where they just restock talent. Like, no. They'll make the tournament next year, but nobody's looking at them as a potential championship team next year. No, it ain't happening.
But they will be wearing her shoes. I will predict that.
I can see that. I can see a few teams. Some of the women AAU teams will be copping them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Caitlin Clarkson's.
Why you lying, Speak? They still gonna rock what they've been rocking.
No, but I'm telling you, they might
market to them just to get them out there and to be seen. Because again, people who are stuck on their Jordans and their, Kobe's and their KD's and all these, they're not gonna go and just spend $100 or whatever the shoe's gonna cost on that when the for show is what they already been wearing. They're not gonna do that. They need to give them to people who don't have a choice on what shoe you're gonna wear.
Yeah.
And that's only going to work in athletics where you don't have a choice. You wear the free shoe or, your parents have to buy you a shoe or you out of uniform.
I just can't see him getting my baby some Air Caitlins. I just can't. I can't do it.
Well, just get her ready for them. Whenever you see them, say, "Yeah, baby. Unfortunately, you might have to play in these." Yep, you just get her ready for them.
I just can't see it. I couldn't.
You might not have a choice. I mean, because really, I can see that's a market that they would target easily to get guaranteed money.
How do you even market this? Like, that's like the crazy thing to me. Like, you want to give her an endorsement deal. She want to be part of some Nike commercials, whatnot. Signature shoe. It is hard to sell a signature shoe.
Here's the tagline: you don't have to be a winner to get your own shoe. These shoes are champion potential. Not actualization, but you don't have to be a winner to get your own shoe. Damn.
They better hope Angel don't get no shoe deal, because then that'll kick it up a notch. You know what I mean? Like, all right, Angel Reese got her joints, Caitlin got hers. Who's selling what?
Well, I mean, I think Angel, there talks of her getting her an endorsement deal also. I mean, because she is a brand name, just like Caitlin. She is a brand name.
But you know what's going to be even worse? If Angel Reese does what Stephen Curry did and takes it to a no-name brand like Under Armour and make that shit rock.
I could see that. I could see
and blow Nike a powerhouse in sneakers just off the fucking map, just with that shoe alone.
I could see her. I could actually see her doing it, being a trendsetter, rocking some kids, like you said.
It's possible, but I mean, like, overall, I do want to see Like I really enjoyed watching the women play this year. This was like the first
It
year
was.
since Cheryl Swoops left, because that was my John. Like I
Oh,
used to love watching
absolutely.
her play. Like I seen her drop 50. I was like, wait a minute, she can hoop and she cute. But you know,
Stop it.
it,
And guess what? Because of that, that's why she plays on another team. I was like, how dare you have a
yeah,
baby named Jordan and just switch teams altogether?
she definitely switched teams. But I was like, damn, she could play. But like, it's good for the girls' game, not just because of Caitlin, but overall, you really got a chance to see some of the female talent that's out there, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy watching it because my daughter would hit me up like, "Dad, they just lost. They dropped a couple ranks." I'm like, "Who? What?" And then we just started watching all the games together, and I was like, "Man, they balling."
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
It's some good basketball being played. It just don't sell, but it's good basketball if you watching it.
Yeah, and this is on the college level, so you're just watching people play as hard as they can. You know what I mean? And it was good X and O's. It was better than the brand that the boys put up, and it was great basketball. If you were a basketball fan, you enjoyed watching what the girls was doing out there. It was just like, damn, they're working.
Well, let me ask you this: Speak. Do you think the men's game is falling off?
As far in total or just college?
College.
Yeah, because them dudes don't stick around for long, man. They're a bunch of one and dones. The good guys, they play for a year and then they in the league. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody sticking around 2-3 years.
And I got that feeling watching the tournament this year because I'm like, I don't know none of these dudes.
Right,
I don't
right.
know these teams. I don't, I don't know none of these dudes. Maybe like a handful of players, but I don't know none of these dudes. And then it's hard to kind of get attached to a team because guys are coming one and done.
Yeah,
And
or
then
they hit the portal the next year,
yeah,
and it's just like, yeah, nah, the men's game is definitely, you know, everybody trying to get that bag as quick as they can, which I can't fault them for, but the game itself suffers and your game suffers because, you don't learn as much as you should, and we're not talking about the generational talent guys. They're born with it, but the other guys who got to work for it, you get drafted and like Sharif Cooper, you get drafted and you spend your career in the G League trying to make it back up
mhm.
because you left too early.
I mean that's always that danger of them leaving too early, but at the same time, I mean they knew what it was when they was maybe he was recruiting these top 50 recruits. Like the odds of them staying is short and sweet. But I, I don't know. I watched the men's tournament this year. I was confused. I didn't know who these teams. I didn't even really want to do a bracket because I didn't know who nobody was.
Nobody knew, bro. I didn't know. I'm like, who? I'm looking for the guys that I seen my young boy play with. They didn't make it to the joint, so I'm like, well, who the heck is this? And who is this boy? But yeah, nah, the men's game definitely is in a state of flux right now because you're one and done out here now, man.
I don't know if they can fix it.
well, they can with these NIL deals. Maybe that'll bring some continuity back to men's basketball.
I mean, NLLs is possible to do it that way, but at the same, I mean, men's college basketball since guys started leaving earlier and earlier and earlier. Like it used to be a thing for a guy to leave as a junior, then a
Right,
sophomore.
right.
Now, then it was a freshman. Then guys was going straight out of high school. Like unless they put something in place where they got to do at least 2 years in college, like I don't see it. I don't see it improving because now the NBA is kind of like backdoor undercutting them with the G League stuff. Like, yeah, you just got to be a year removed from high school to play, to get drafted. So these guys say, fuck, I go play for the Ignite or one of these developmental G League
Not
teams.
the Ignite.
Yeah, that's the name of the team. That's the name of the team. Like the number two pick from this past draft. He didn't play college basketball. He went to G League and played a year for the Ignite. That's that's the name of the team.
I'm sorry. I've never heard of these teams. So what you got the Ignite, the fresh off the bench warmers, like what?
Yeah,
Like
you got
what are some
the
of the other
Ignite,
names?
the Ant, the Ants are definitely out there. I
Yeah,
think that's Boston G
I'm
League
being
team.
like, listen, that's the actual name, but the number, like the actual number 2 pick in this past draft in the NBA, didn't go to college, played a year in the G League, and got drafted number 2. And like the NBA is like, their thing is like, just be a year removed from high school, and whatever you got to do to, look at what's his name, Lonzo Ball. Yeah, I'll go play in Australia for a couple of years, and I'm gonna get drafted. Like, I don't see, unless they put something stone cold in place where they got to be 2 years removed, or you got to have at least a year of college play and I don't know. But unless you have something like that in play, I don't see the men's game improve. Like the women's don't have to worry about that. I've never seen a freshman be one and done with the women's game. So they're able to build those teams, those brands like that. Men is just like, I don't know who's who from year to year.
Yeah. No, the men's college game is definitely going through a change because of the NIL and the transfer portal, and they gotta go through it to see how it pans out and how to make changes to it to make it more beneficial for the game and the players. So right now, everybody
Yeah.
is out for the bag, and the colleges is like, well, all we could do is what we can, but at the same time, it's good to see players, young men taking more control of their careers. But at the same time, if you would have stayed in college for another 2-3 years, barring any injury, you would have been able to make big bank in the NBA as opposed to, you signed this deal, but guess what? You ain't coming to the pros for another 2 years because you got to develop in the G League. So go down there, take that $45,000 and do your thing. As opposed to that guy who stayed 3 years, he just signed for 7 mil with a signing bonus, and he's there.
And see, that's the key word there, though. That whole thing about being developed. You have to be developed. I mean, there's no way, there's no shortcut around being developed outside of you just being a prodigy.
Yep, can't cheat the game.
Right. No shortcuts in it. I mean, it's just not. It's just not. But I'll keep hope alive for y'all in college basketball. But it was just again, speak. I don't know what's going on with you. Well, I don't know what you drank today. Did you catch another carpe diem fish or something? You
Carpet
you
team.
you you own it. Like you own it. But no, seriously though, like a couple weeks back, we talked about the fact that studies need to be done to see like what the benefits of these NIL deals and the portals and all this other to see what it's doing to sports on a whole. Right now, it's just a free for all, and everybody's just kind of saying, "Hey, let me see what's gonna try. See what might work." And hopefully it won't mess us up that badly. So, 4 or 5 years from now, I'm interested to see, what changes are going to come about based on this experimental period that we're having right now that everybody just has to painfully suffer through. This learning curve. That's what we call them, learning curves.
Yep.
The NIL is here to stay, and we just have to get used to it. This
Well, I'm talking about like rules and, things that they're going to have to put in place for NIL deals not being, executed or whatever. Something is messing up with them NIL deals. We just don't know what it is. Something ain't right with them.
Well, when news breaks on that, you'll be the first to know.
You definitely know trial gonna be on it. But yeah,
Oh, for
I mean,
sure.
but I like it, but it is chaotic because you commit to the college. You like, yeah, I'm here. They the ones who brought you in and roll. You know how they roll the red carpet out for you, and then you out next year. Like, nah, I'm going over there. Like, huh, bruh,
Exactly.
what you
Like,
doing?
yeah, we skipped Chicken Wednesday for you. Like, stuff like that.
Yeah, like that's that's the crazy part. Like, so they might come out with like contracts, what I mean, when you commit to a college, it might turn into a contract. Like, you got to
Absolutely.
stay at least 2 years.
Like no portal for you.
Yup. Now, if you enter that portal, your scholarship is over with. Like you go back
And you
to a
have to pay this
regular
money
cat.
back.
Yeah,
Right. And you
yeah.
have to pay this money back. So
They're going to come up with something to keep you
exactly.
here. Yup, definitely.
Exactly. Exactly. So they're gonna have NIL deals that actually have teeth.
Yup, yup.
But isn't that like punishing the player? Because you wouldn't do that to the coaches.
He never did that to the coaches.
Yeah, the
Never.
coaches are free to go. Gator girl, how you doing? Missing in action. That's where you've been. You've been missing in action.
Oh, Gator Girl just dropped down. Hey sis.
She would come in with my Lakers down 0-3. She would just slide back up on the hill.
She's a smart woman.
My team down 0-3. All of a sudden now she shows back up to the shows. Yeah, I get the play. I get it. But the NIL stuff is tricky at best. But I don't want to get it in structured to a way where you're punishing the players, because you wouldn't do that to coaches. I mean,
It's not about punishing the players, though. It's about, again, helping them understand a lot of things as far as business and commitment and things of that nature, and forcing you to read your contract and make better decisions. That's the way I see it. I see it as, another thing that should be happening in college as you are still developing, into a young adult, trying to make better decisions based on the options that you have. So I think it'll make people better weigh their options, as opposed to jumping on the first thing coming.
God, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, you don't agree. It's okay.
No. I got draft. Night 2 of the draft is still going, and I just peeked in to see. The Cowboys just made their pick in the second round.
You don't sound too excited about it.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about this guy. Defensive lineman out of Western Michigan. He tested well at the combine, but I ain't seen no tape on the dude. And I thought they was going to kind of trade up in this round. I just thought they was going to kind of trade, because there was some good players to be taken, but heck, that we'll do a draft recap on Sunday.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. But let me go on ahead and get myself up out of here. I need to be nosy elsewhere. Dots, did you get the email I sent you?
About the sheep or whatever.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah. Like that's his first draft choice. You know what I'm saying? That's his first draft. Like what? I was like, I don't think you've seen this, brother.
Oh, he's seen it.
Oh, wait.
He's seen it. I'm gonna keep that in the stash. You know me.
Well, look, as I'm perusing whatever I can snatch, I try to pass it on because I know who to give it to.
Hold up. Welcome to the show.
Hello, can you hear me?
God damn it, I can hear.
Okay, I can be less nosy. Hey, sis.
Oh, Gator.
First of all, my bad. Good evening, sis. Hi. Hey, girl. What's up, old girl? Speak easy.
Gator, what you doing on this late, girl?
You know what she up here for?
It's past bedtime, but the host always be running that mouth. Yep, and I'm tired because I be trying to hold down this boring show, and he still be talking noise like he in the other space. I'm like, sir, you're not over there. You're supposed to be getting the corporate going, and you still yapping like you over in the graveyard. I need you to stop.
Yeah, girl, I be trying, but the spirit be moving me.
I understand. You can't help yourself like the Lakers can't help but get swept. But anyway.
Damn.
I knew. You know what? I knew she was lurking. I knew she was lurking.
The job got a sister running, right? But I've been listening, and I've been trying to catch up. I plan to catch up after my last kind of big thing I got to do for work on Wednesday. So then the trash talking can officially commence. But I wanted to at least just prep you
Yeah, the
Yeah,
season might be over by the time you know what.
I
I ain't
mean,
gonna
you're
say
right.
that.
I mean, dang, I was giving y'all a little bit more faith than that, but I mean, okay,
Gator,
it's done by Sunday, okay.
you know, the Nuggets is just a bad matchup for us. It's just
No,
it's just a bad
not with
matchup.
the goal and the should be DOP.
Well, I
Come
mean,
on,
but you see, come on, Gator. You see what we getting from D'Angelo Russell. You know, I've been saying trade his ass after last season. You know that they
listen.
come on.
Listen, that's a liquor problem. I can't relate to that because you know the team that I'm rolling with, you know, in the pros. Now we're not talking college because that's another thing. But you know, in the NBA, like you know, I was on Denver last year when everybody else was like, what? So
Yes, you was. You
Oh,
was.
she's a nugget.
no, I'm a Jokic and a Murray fan. I'm not a Knicks fan.
Oh,
I'm like
okay.
my team is the Magic. They got to win yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Come on, I'm from Florida. Now that's what I gotta do. I gotta ride with the Florida teams.
Oh,
But
okay. Are y'all getting out the first round?
who?
Your Magic.
No.
I mean, Cleveland's a team y'all could beat.
Can we beat them? Yes. Will we beat them? No. They ain't have, none of these guys have been here before, so they don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're
So
too
they,
early. I hear you. I hear
you
you.
know what I'm saying? Like I'm realistic. They made playoffs, so that ought to make, you know, that ought to make coach of the year. But we're gonna see how they play it out.
I
They
think it
always be
goes
playing with
six.
us.
I think it goes six. I think
That's
it goes.
very generous of you. Okay, we'll take that.
I
But
think
I
it goes
don't know.
six.
Listen, we're not changing the topic of conversation.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I just had to come up. You know, y'all had a great combo going. So I'm gonna let it rock. I just want to say, hey, Nikki sis, you know, it's
Hey.
always a blessing and a pleasure, girl, because you always be, you know, Nikki, it's been like since, you know, the early days when you was like, I'm gonna just stay in the chat. And then when you just kind of took off, it was like, whoa, sis took off. So I don't think we've ever formally done this. So hey girl, I rock with
Hey,
you.
sis.
Roxy hate you
Listen,
happy. That's it. That's all I gotta say for tonight. Speak easy. You old. You goofy. you goofy and you old, but you know what? You all right though. So I rocks heavy with you too. But I ain't never gonna admit that no more. So you can delete this
Oh,
too.
no, I'm a clip this. I gotta clip this.
Don't clip it because I don't even know people. I come over here because it's safe.
They gonna be like,
You know,
where Speak get that clip from? Like, nah, nigga.
not leave that in the clip. Just leave that in the hole. You don't even got to put that in the chamber. Just leave it. Just But
I heard
I
it. I heard it. I'm locking it in.
exist, right? I ain't no bot. I ain't nobody out here pretending to be somebody.
she's a
You,
real
you,
person.
no, she
Speak, you can
damn
match
sure
that
be
up.
in that. She be in that chat room cooking her ass off. Like, damn,
Yes, she
Gator.
does. That be cracking up too. But speak, you can
Listen,
mash that up with dramas. What the hell are we doing here?
Oh,
we gave you some really good stuff, corporate sir Dot. So I need you to just remember where you really shine at. All right, that's all I got to say. I
yeah.
will be back. I
I,
will be back
We're
as
gonna hold you
time,
to it.
as things progress, and when I finally get a break, I will be back. I still owe a follow up to the whole talk about how my school was tripping and acting up after all the stuff that happened.
yeah,
And
because we got to do a part two on that. The whole
we don't have to chop it up about UF and its shenanigans, the state of Florida and its shenanigans, and
yeah.
all of that kind of stuff. Yes, I have a lot of opinions about that, but I can't
Yeah.
say too much because I might give my sources away because I do got some folks on inside, so I gotta be.
Well, come
I
on.
gotta.
This is the quiet space. Don't too many people come over here now.
Right. We need exclusive.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
You
I
got to put it
understand.
out there, Gator. What you doing?
Listen,
Like put us ahead of the curve.
I mean, it ain't like that, but I got people on my keepers that I keep up with that I just, I need y'all to tell me what's going on and what's what. So, but I know that's not like we keep it on the sports space on the side. But I just want to say, Dots, Lakers,
Come on.
listen,
Come on.
LeBron is a GOAT. He better. I don't know what's gonna happen with Bronny. I don't know if he better hurry up and just gonna get drafted somewhere overseas, and LeBron can go play over there with him, and he can fulfill his dream because it's getting to hang it up flat screen. Like you'll have to have a conversation around like is this Curry, Durant, LeBron is that sort of trifecta of those champions, is that time past? I
I,
pray
I
it
mean, it's a
is,
discussion
because
we can
I'm over
have.
him. I'm
It's a
over it.
discussion.
I'm over it. It was a great run, but like it's time for the young guns to get it. So, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, we'll have that conversation, man. Whenever your schedule free up, you know where to find me at.
I know where to find you at, bro. I'll be holding it down watching you over here. I can do the replay. I just don't say replay game because I don't want to be like
Replay game.
and,
Gang, gang.
the algorithm don't boost me like that. So if I comment on it, it ain't gonna do nothing. But I be watching it. I always click the watch. I always click the watch.
I knew you was lurking. I just said my spirit told me. I said my Lakers are down 0-3. Gator girl gonna pop up on one of these
Man,
shows.
listen, that's three things. You can guarantee that.
She,
That
before the
and
season
these.
is over for my team, she gonna pop up in the chat
Oh,
or
I'm gonna give
something.
you one. Listen. That's what brings, that's what brings the game thing, right? You gotta have those things that's expected.
And as always, Gator girl, roll tide.
See what I'm saying? See, straight redneck when it just goes straight. You cannot say that term without sounding like a redneck. I promise you, a redneck coined that
It is.
term.
It is the. I mean, you can smell the chewing tobacco through the screen with it. It's just so. It's just big
All of them
rigs,
chewing
diesel
tobacco. All of
gas,
them.
chewing tobacco.
Crack showing,
Missing
cowboy
the
boots,
keys.
all of that.
Roll
Budweiser beer.
Oh,
motherfucking tide. Roll motherfucking tide.
you do realize
See what I'm
Saban ain't
saying?
do that no more,
Extra
though,
white.
right? Like Saban quit, right? You know how all the money done made him cry like a little man in his little $75 million mansion. Now he done quit. So,
Man,
what's gonna happen to? Is it still roll tide?
it's still roll. Come on, man. It's still gonna
Oh,
be
okay.
roll. We might take a dip in recruitment. I ain't gonna lie about that, but it's still roll goddamn tide.
I mean, all right, roll on. Okay.
We gonna roll just like we were rolling over them Gators. Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's a new day. It's a new day. Napier got one more year, and then after though he gotta go. But that's not the conversation right now. So I'm not gonna deflect. I'm not gonna
We'll
hijack.
say that. We'll say that for the college football
We'll
season.
save it for the college football season because we're gonna have a lot to talk about on the college football season. But right now, Denver at 5. And whoever happens else to make it out or wherever else they playing at, who cares?
Who's your championship pick? Quick
Denver.
answer. You got Denver repeating?
I got Denver repeating.
Wow.
If now it's a lot of other things that's gotta happen in order for
Put that
that to happen.
qualifier in there.
No, I'm gonna stand on mine. Denver. I got Denver repeating. Who in the East gonna beat them if they make it? Nobody.
And Boston is going to kill Denver.
You know,
Notice he didn't
Beantown.
say Philly. Notice he didn't say Philly.
I would
Oh,
give
no,
Philly
no,
a
not
better chance against them than Boston.
Beantown.
You mean the Boston that lost to Jimmy Bucket last year? That
Yeah, that Boston, that them there this year, they on a high speed walk to the championship.
why they
But
just
you
lost to
think
Miami.
You want
They just lost
Porzingis?
to
You
Miami.
want that Porzingis Jokic matchup? Is that what you really want?
Yeah, look, if we are
Look,
healthy, then
what?
Denver don't stand a chance. I'm telling you
What?
now.
Oh my lord!
I can't ride with you on that one, Speaker. I can't ride with you.
Oh
I'm
my
trying to
god!
tell you.
I can't ride
Lord
with you
have
on that
mercy. I knew you was a goofball, but I didn't know you was
Look,
crazy too. Lord,
if they
oh
are
Lord.
healthy, y'all don't match up well. Jokic gonna do his thing, but aside from him and Murray, you got to deal with Jokic, Jason, and Jalen. Like that's a
Jay,
lot.
Jalen,
I
you
told Jason in it.
got better handles than Jalen Brown. What? Come on.
Everybody on this panel got better handles than Jalen.
You gonna try to say a one-legged, no-arm person got better handles than Jalen Brown, and you picking that? Okay,
Yeah, he like a unicycle. He don't got no handle.
no handles, no
Not a
handles.
unicycle.
And pretty boy ain't gonna do nothing but stand and look around because Jason finna cook him. So what is you talking? I mean,
Well,
Jamal Murray gonna cook him. So what is you talking about?
they both light skinned, so the Drake factor kicks in, and I got Jalen.
They are both light skinned, but only one's a champion. Please make sure you edit
Yeah,
it correctly.
yeah, y'all got
Edit
that.
it
Y'all
correctly.
got that.
Edit it correctly. All right.
It
That's
was,
all I'm saying. Listen, for your sake, I really do hope that Boston gets to the finals because that is the matchup I want to see. But I mean, we gonna have to see because I think they're gonna come struggling out the East
now that's
if
the
they
only
get.
team out east that can possibly get to the championship. Who else is out there?
I mean, listen, that's what everybody said last season, and the 8 seed beat them. So I don't want to hear that.
Damn.
Yeah,
Get
I
up,
can't.
speak. Get up, speak.
I don't want
But
to hear.
no, hold up. But Jason got hurt the first play of the game. If he wouldn't have got hurt the first play of the game, we would have won that.
Speak. They should have never won 7. You don't go.
It
Correct.
should. It
You don't go.
shouldn't have.
Against 8? Didn't they have to do the playing last year too? Like, come on.
I had a long
Sure.
talk with Jason this year, and he said he good. The
All
ankles is
right.
wrapped tight.
All right. Listen. Derek done cut his hair. He balling, so you know maybe they got it now. Maybe they done figured it out. But good
Y'all
luck
would
to
say I
him.
clearly don't have a dog in this fight. I don't care who wins. I'm gonna go with whoever Gator Girl go with.
You
Girl,
know
ride
what?
with
I'll go
them.
Lakers.
Ride with
I'm
Denver.
rooting for the Lakers the next game. Gator, y'all good.
They probably gonna win the next game. I said Denver in 5. So you know, ain't no sweeping now. If they get swept, I mean, so much what can you do? But you know, but they ain't got no answer for them. So you know, let's move along. Let's get this done, and you know, get on to the Western Conference Final and just be done with it. That's all.
Mm.
Out for Minnesota. You heard it here first.
Oh,
Keep an eye
okay.
on Minnesota.
Oh, okay. We'll do that.
I figured you laugh at that.
Yeah, all right. Ooh, yeah, gotta get baby.
They
Gotta
kind of
keep on
young,
going.
man. Minnesota kind of young.
I
They too
mean,
young to know what they doing.
that's probably why they might be a dangerous team. When you're young and you don't care and you ain't got nothing to lose, yeah, you know, that might work for them. It ain't, but you know, it's a wonderful story. It's great. That organization is yeah, they long overdue. So but it's for the sake of the show, now, for the sake of the show, I hope Minnesota is one of the last ones standing. All right, I'm done playing with y'all. I gotta go.
All right, yeah, you know, it's about to get. You know, I gotta start prepping anyway. But it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, man.
No,
Right?
listen, it's mine, brother. Really, truly. You know, we go back like Django and so
Django and the German abolitionists. Okay.
yeah, we go back that far. We go back like Django and Schultz. So it's all good. You know what it is.
Yeah, it's always always love. Until it's this time of year, then it's
Yeah, then we're
Hey,
ops, but it's all good.
Well, it's nice to finally meet you. We've been chatting for a long time.
Sis, it's been a hot minute. I'm telling you, y'all could get me to come out on like this.
she don't hit panels like that. She don't hit panels.
I don't. I told you I need a safe space. I'm scared. These pieces.
No, this is a safe space. You Gator, you be talking your shit. You gotta hit the panel and give us some pushback because we tired of beating up on Nikki every week.
Oh, Nick, what? I'm offended. I'm offended.
Against y'all, as does Miss Murph. She on her own, so the ladies always holding it down out here. Okay.
Oh, Miss Murph been on one. I'm loving it. I'm loving the new Miss Murph. Like we got the after dark Miss Murph during the daytime.
You don't need no assistance. As them, I don't gotta come with no dimes. They be handling y'all 2 on 1. So like, what are you talking about? You really
Look, they don't want it.
Some of us both on here at the same time because
I don't know
it's
what
really
she's
gonna
talking
be some
about.
pressure.
I don't know what she's talking about. She's obviously delusional right now. I don't know what she's talking
Roll Tide.
Roll goddamn tide. Yeah, roll on.
Roll tide.
Let me go dip some snuff. Roll Tide. That'll give me that, that right twang that I need. Let me dip some snuff and chew some tobacco.
I ain't messing with y'all. I ain't messing with y'all.
All right, well, I'll see you I'll see you over in the other space. Speak, you know what it is, Gator Girl. As I said, you already know.
You already know.
You
already
listen. I'm
You
a
already know.
if I was gonna be a fan or a groupie behind anybody, it'd be you.
Listen, you already know I'm your number one, like for real, for real. Like I don't even entertain the BS unless it's like real stuff, like over here
Oh,
type
for
time.
sure, for
For
sure. And I
sure.
ain't in it if it ain't real. Thank
That's
you.
it. That's it.
Much
That's
All
it.
right, y'all.
appreciated.
Later.
Much appreciated. Thank you for
Later,
coming
Nick.
through. Thank you for
For
coming
sure.
through. All right, Gator, come on, give me something on the way out.
Listen, I've been away for a while. It's not right for me to just come in the house, kick up my feet, act like I ain't been nowhere. I respect the platform and what you're building here. I told you I was just gonna do a little, you know how the family events be. You don't really want to be there, but you gotta speak and
Oh
stop by.
no,
So I'm just speaking and stopping by. I
you
gotta
know,
go
Gator, come
prepare
on,
though.
Gator. You know, it's
I
always
gotta
love.
go prepare though myself because I haven't been able to like lock in the way that I need to and
I
follow
mean,
like all the
I'm
storylines and the
here. I'm
narratives and things
here,
that are
Gator.
happening.
Gator,
Nah,
I'm here.
I gotta do my homework. I can't just get up here and talk shit like the rest of them bozos be doing. I gotta know what I'm saying when I'm on here because you like to
Shots
interrogate
fired.
people. You be interrogating people. I don't be appreciating that. So I gotta make sure I have my rebuttal. You've done too many debates. So,
You know, I like to be prepared. Come on now.
no, you always be like, oh, I gotta debate in 3 months. So I gotta go prepare right now. I gotta go read my Encyclopedia Britannicas and I gotta
You know,
go,
I've been waiting for you at the door. You know, I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I know. Just like scared, I'm scared straight too.
All
So
right. But it's
I,
always a pleasure, ma'am. It's
listen,
always a pleasure.
listen. I truly, that's when I was waiting for somebody to get into the sports heavy and like commit to it. So you are committed to the space, so I'm committed to the show. So I
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
it. You
And you
know,
know, it's always appreciated over here, Gator. You know.
listen, I really do be enjoying your takes, brother, because I'll be like, you know what? He's stupid, but he's smart.
Well, thank you.
So I I also got to keep you humble. I can't gas you up too much. Don't
I
believe in
know.
that stuff.
I know it wouldn't be the show if I didn't have Gator Girl somewhere lurking. Talking about
Listen,
you don't know what the hell you talking about.
don't know what you're talking about, and then you got to speak up and saying crazy stuff too. I'm like, oh Lord, what do we have? Let me come up here and clear this up because that didn't
Gator
work.
always got a damn rebuttal. We got to put a muzzle on her drama because you can't say
You have
nothing.
to. If the Lakers don't win this series, okay, no, I won't say that. If the Lakers push this to 7, and I'm giving them that. If they push
Mhm.
it to 7. I don't know what the contingency is. I don't know what to say, but if they push it to 7, then I will sit up here and let you roast me and my gators for 10 minutes.
Say less. Say less. Say less. Go
They got
Lakers.
to go to 7, though. I didn't say win the series. I said they got to push it to 7. So
I heard what you said. You know, I got a very, very good memory. Yeah, I'll be looking for you when that happens. You know, I'll be
I,
looking for you.
I will show up. I will beat you here. I'll be waiting while the countdown going on. Just so you can do it. And I don't run from the fade. I know other people around here be ducking and dodging, changing their names,
No,
creating new accounts and all that kind of stuff. I don't do that. Like this been the same one as long as everybody's known me around these parts. So I can take it. It ain't gonna happen. That's why I'm gonna do it. So
I'll be waiting for you. And you know I'm gonna be
yeah.
waiting for you.
I know you will. I know you will. But really, you need to check your brother speak because he's talking some bananas type stuff.
He's been fishing a lot, man. He's been out in the sun. He's
I,
out.
I'm concerned. I mean, I thought it was from Philly, but now he's talking about Boston. I'm like, what? How do that compute? Like, don't y'all hate each other?
Why would
But
I like the Sixers? Like I'm an intelligent man. I'm
listen, the Sixers are um, they have a remarkable history. They have all the potential and capacity to be champions. Why they don't get it done, I don't know. But I don't think you should abandon them. Pretty boy Boston with a bunch of pretty boys that as soon as they skin their knee, then they all crying and rolling around on the ground and out for 6 games and all that. No, no, don't waste my
man. The
don't waste
Sixers
my
are like a cheating
man.
spouse. They are not to be forgiven. Okay, they gonna let you down every year. They gonna paint the city red, and at the end of the game, we gonna be like, oh damn, like we're not.
Listen, I feel your pain. I understand. I get it. But I mean,
We're
still,
not doing that with no Sixers. They are dangerous.
listen. I just, it just pains me because you Philly through and through. Like I never knew Philly had accents until I heard you talk, and I was like, oh.
Oh
And
no,
so,
I'm Philly all day. But like I said, when it comes to
but
sports,
Boston,
I've been down with Boston since a kid, man.
listen,
My
I
favorite
mean,
player was Reggie Lewis.
I
Rest
mean,
his soul.
you
That
couldn't
was
even
my
you,
dog.
you can't even ride with like New York, like
Nope. One of my coaches told me when I was younger, man, you play just like Reggie Lewis. I was like, what? You mean I play like Reggie? That was it. It was over with. I was never leaving Boston.
well, listen, I can imagine that was probably the highest compliment that you could have received. So
The highest.
I appreciate I appreciate that. And that's a deep cut guy. You gotta know basketball to know that. So like, okay, I respect that. I
Hey, and
respect
he didn't know I was a Celtic fan at all. But once he said that, it sealed the deal. I was like, I'm never leaving.
But you know what, brother? I mean, you riding with a losing one this time, but hey, you know what? It's all good.
That's all right. When we win it, I put the community post up and couldn't shout you out.
Listen, put it up, shout me out, tag me. I'll be the first one under there. I mean, I will give them all the credit. I mean, I hate Boston, but I give them the credit. But they're not getting out of the East, so good
Okay.
luck to them.
All
Good luck
right.
to them.
You hear these hot takes drama?
I
I
hear it. I
listen. I
hear it.
keep a hot take now. You asked about it. I keep a hot take. I mean,
Woo wee.
Boston. I've been
Yeah.
hearing people bragging about Boston for like the last 2, 3 years. It's Boston here. It's Boston here. And then when Boston was there, they didn't get it done. And then when Boston was number one last season, in the top two, they didn't get it done that time. So it's like, what are you talking about?
Speaks, shit, man.
No, but we didn't have Zingy though. Once we got the unicorn, it was like, okay, now we got somebody to take the pressure off the young boys. And trust me, we'll be fine. And this is the year. This is it.
Are you right?
he just
This
talking. He just talking.
clearly, and you know what? I admire that. You sound like me when I was riding for the Kings, and you kept dissing me on the Kings when I was trying to tell everybody like, look, like they
Yeah,
back,
you was up early on them last year. You was up early on them
I
last
you
year.
know what I'm saying?
I give you credit. I give you credit. You was
So
up
I
on them
can't, I
last year.
can't, I can't roast brother too hard. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, you can't you jumping from one team to let you down to another team to let you down. I don't understand. But okay, they were just in the finals a few seasons ago, and so they have the potential to get there. And to your credit, that unicorn, I guess, is gonna be that's the difference maker with you. All right, great. Can't
If
wait to
the
see it.
big three are healthy though, that caveat remains.
We
Health
not
is a
calling
big
no, no, we
issue.
ain't calling nothing on Boston. No big three. Do not do that.
What do you mean?
No, ain't no big three on that team, sir. No,
What? That
don't
is the
don't do
big
that.
three.
There's no big three on that team. Ain't
trying
nobody
to
saw
stretch
the
it.
three come together and was like, oh, this is a super team. Oh, Avengers. Oh, yeah. No, stop. No. Mm-mm. They're playing very well. They had a great regular season. They're in a prime position in the postseason. It's one game at a time and no big three because that don't exist on that team.
Oh wow, that's all right. Well, go Lakers. Like,
Listen, that's what I said. Go Lakers. Go on to Cancun. Go on to the Bahamas. Go on to wherever y'all be going when
hey, look, y'all in trouble. If D'Angelo Russell get 10 points, y'all might as well pack it up.
you're absolutely right. You are so right. The defending world champions is gonna hang it up flat screen and D-Lo go off for 10 points. You right.
10 points. He's going. He
What we
going to be
banking on?
savage.
How long is he gonna do that? We'll escape by the skin of our teeth.
All right, y'all. I got to shut it down now. It's time for me to go to that other place. I got to
All
go.
right, no. Let me let you get your rounds,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Let me let you get on back to the graveyard shift over there to the cemetery. So,
Yeah, I got a couple of people I might be putting in the dirt tonight.
hey,
Hey, man,
listen,
I
man.
always loved gray hoodie drama. I'm always on board for gray hoodie drama because he'll never let me down. So I'm
Yeah.
out, man. Boston sound like hate the people who hate hoops.
I try to use my catchphrase. Come on.
Laugh now, cry later. It's all good.
All right, Gator. All right, drop.
All
All
right,
right,
Steve.
Speak. Gator.
Hello, Docs.
How you doing? The last word is yours, ma'am.
The last word is not mine. I just wanted to, hop up and have some fun because y'all be having so much fun on your freestyle night. So I'm just like, let me get in on this a little bit.
Yeah, we
Messing up
gonna
my schedule. So, but sometimes you got to
put it
jump
in
off the
rotation. I'm trying to
schedule.
put it in rotation. See, the hard thing about the freestyle show is I don't want it to be, just the regular everyday sports stuff. There's something a
Correct.
little
Yes,
different. So sometimes
absolutely.
sometimes I can't find material and it'd be like, yeah, I ain't gonna force it.
Listen, you are learning. I think that is the sign of a mature and intelligent creator. I
Thank you.
appreciate it because a lot of people in the sports tube space be forcing it, and I be like, and I'm out after 5 minutes. But you be trying to organically cultivate your stuff, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, and it's always appreciated, man. I thank you and the 5 6 5 4 4 3 2 1, whoever in the chat, man. I appreciate it. And you've been there from the start since I was in the other space with it. So it's always, you always got a home here. Don't worry about it. Come kick your feet up. Like Miss Murphy do from time to time. Come kick your feet
Listen,
up sometime.
when I got something to say, I'm gonna say it, or I'm gonna type it in the chat. Chatting that's where we started at, so that's where
Yeah,
that's always
that's
gonna be
why
home.
that's when it was fun. But now
Yes, right, exactly. That shit was fun, buddy.
yeah,
Like these boy, I mean, yeah, they draw you in and you kind of hop into your content creating.
man.
Yeah,
But
so I
hey,
say,
we navigate. We navigate, but yeah, it used to be fun
now,
back being a chat dude.
man, good times, boy. But that's some, we reminiscing is good, but you're also in a better spot with your platform. So
I
I'm just happy to support. I'm glad you made the leap because it's been a good one.
appreciate it, man. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing over here. As always, keep rocking out no matter who shows up. We always gonna do the show. So
We're gonna do the show. That's it.
yeah. All right, man. Well, let me get ready. I gotta get my music prep and all that good stuff and clips ready.
Business then. I have to catch a clip on a clip show or something because I don't know what the hell going on, but I just see you on Tuesday.
All right, there, Miss Lady.
Be well, brother. I'll talk to you.
Hey, same to you now. All right, so yeah, appreciate everybody for coming through. Dr. Nikki, Speak Easy, Gator Girl making an appearance. Man, I feel special, feel good. I'm on a high. Let's continue that high as we move forward. So I've been kind of like sneaky peeks at the draft. We will be probably doing a show on Sunday, kind of recapping the draft, who won, who lost, who good picks, bad picks, that kind of stuff. So we will be doing that on Sunday. Then we back in our regular rotation starting next week. End you off with the phrase that pays over here. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but every time you learn. And I'm out.